It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. To return, it's Cam Sutton. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year two, one of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Well, look at the numbers for Lockett from a week ago. 4 catches, 93 yards, and a score.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Running left, it's Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5.
30-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Lawrence. He finds Parker. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. That's caught by Parker. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they just continue to march the ball down the field here through the air, Charles. He is now 6 of 6 throwing the football.
And it would help the defense if he was just throwing it to one guy, because you could marshal some forces over there. But the way he's spreading it around, he's hitting them at all angles right now, making it very, very difficult.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Now Lawrence. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 4.
A handoff for Warren. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Romeo Aquara shooting in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season, a former MVP. It's Lamar Jackson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 15 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Broncos' 42-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Goes right back to McBride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. He's got McBride here over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Sutton now to return. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Hill to return it. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Robinson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 10-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Lawrence will throw. He's going to get this complete here to lock it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Warren. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete to McBride. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw again. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the 2nd quarter. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown reception. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw, and most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Baron Browning, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Able to slither by. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now a run with Warren. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a 1st down.
On the run, it's Warren. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st down, Lawrence. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Now Lawrence. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos 1st down.
Warren will try the right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially with rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle, looking at each other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Denver's offense now set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Broncos.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Lawrence looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Lawrence's throw complete there to Smith. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Gibson. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A give left side to Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
4 yards.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Jackson will throw again. Buying time to his... And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Kalijah Cansey in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Trey McBride from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Warren. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Warren again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll run it. Warren. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Lamar Jackson and the offense down by 13, 1:50 to play. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now Jackson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.